Who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me? M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Hey there, hi there, ho there, you're as welcome as can be. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. Forever let's hold up and a high. Come along and sing the song and join the jamboree. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E.
Dale,
Jennifer, Justin, Carrie,
JC,
Brittany,
Josh,
Rona, TJ, Ilana,
Ricky,
Christina,
Mark,
Mita, Ryan,
Matt,
Nikki,
Tony,
Lindsay, Tay, Terry.
Fred, and you.
Hi, I'm Christina. Welcome to the Mickey Mouse Club.
It's Hall of Fame Day, and today we'll be talking about a very serious problem that faces many teens today.
We're also going to hear some hot music from our MMC concert.
But first, here's a game show everybody likes.
Because on this game show, everybody's a winner.
And now, the game show that promises cash and prizes to every contestant. It's Everybody's a Winner. And here's your host, the man who loves to see everyone go home rich and happy, Hap Marshall.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome to Everybody's a Winner, the show where everybody is a winner because we just love to give away money. Now, let's meet our lovely Celeste. Celeste, thank you. High maintenance. Okay. Now, you know, last week we gave away $42 million. I know, it was an all-time low for the show. But I'm gonna make it up to you. This week, we're gonna try to give away double that amount. Okay, let's meet our contestants. We have Steve here, Vicky, and Dave. Now, you know, contestants, if you can guess the mystery word, you will go home with big bucks. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Celeste, our first word. Celeste. All right, our first word is a name of a former U.S. president who freed the slaves. Yes, Dave.
Grover Cleveland, Hap.
Ooh, Dave, I'm sorry. No, that's not correct. Remember, it must begin with L. Yes, Dave.
That'd be Bush, Hap. Bush.
No, Dave, it's not Bush. All right, let me give you another clue here, all right? He was nicknamed Honest Abe. Yes, Steve.
I just hit the buzzer by mistake. I'm just a little nervous. It won't happen again.
Why don't you just have some water and maybe it'll calm your nerves there. There you go, Steve. I thought you were gonna drink the water, Steve.
I'd just like to say hi to my Aunt Gert out there. Hi, Aunt Gert. I got on the show. See, here I am. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Okay, all right. Look, I tell you what, why don't we go on and give you a few more clues, a few more letters. Here we go. All right, Celeste. All right. Punch in as soon as you know. Here we go. He was assassinated at Ford's Theater. Anybody, just... Okay, he was, grew up in a log cabin. Married to Mary Todd. Tall guy, stovepipe hat, beard, big mole on the side there. Washington Monument. Oh, okay. He once walked several miles just to return 6 cents, hence the name Honest Abe. Yes, Dave!
Chester A. Arthur, Hap.
No, Dave. It's not Chester A. Arthur or Grover Cleveland or any other president whose name does not begin with the letter L, Dave.
Oh.
Okay, audience, I tell you what, give us the name we're looking for, audience. Come on, it's... Lincoln! Lincoln! So close, so close. All right, well, let's go on to our next word challenge, something I hope will be a little easier for this group. All right, Celeste. All right, just punch in as soon as you have the answer. Here we go. It's a holiday. Independence Day. Just punch in. Fireworks, picnics, barbecues. Tell you what, let's sound it out, okay? 4th of June. Yes, Dave!
4th of June, Hap.
4th of June? How did you get 4th of June, Dave?
It's my birthday, Hap, and occasionally we barbecue on 4th of June.
No, Dave, it's not the 4th of June. Yes, Steve, thank you!
I pass.
What do you mean? What do you mean? This is easy. You can't pass. Vicky, come on. You know the answer. Say something for us.
Sure. I'd just like to say hi to my older sister Tammy out there. Hi, Tammy. How are the kids?
Okay. Look, why don't we just move on past this holiday thing and get right onto the bonus round where it's almost impossible not to win money. Celeste. There we have our bonus word. Okay, it's anybody's game here. First letter C, second letter A. All right, buzz in as soon as you know. It's a feline. It chases mice. It's a household pet that purrs. Yes, Dave.
What?
Before you answer, look, I want you to really think about it, okay? All right, a lot of money here. Okay, here we go. It's a household animal, purrs, chases mice. All right, look. Okay, look, C-A. Here we go. All right, and the answer is?
Car, Hap. The answer is car. It's not car. Well, my car purrs. Hap.
Yes, Steve, you have an answer.
Yeah.
Would you like to share it with the rest of us?
I pass.
You can't pass, Steve! This is a game show, Steve! You're a contestant, Steve! That's what contestants do, they answer questions! Just give me an answer, anything, right now. Come on, give me an answer, anything. Steve.
Pass. I believe that's Steve's way of saying I pass.
You can't pass.
Yeah, I'd just like to say hi to my mom and dad out there in Baker, Maine. Hi, Mom and Dad. Look at me. I'm standing here with Hap Marshall. Isn't that great? Look at me. Hi.
Wait, whoa, stop! Whoa, what's wrong with you people? Look, don't you want to win any money? Huh? Look, all I want to do is just give away some money. Is that so wrong of me? Huh? What?
That would be lion, Hap. Lion.
Yeah, lion! It's in the cat family, right? And it begins with L! Yes, Dave! You're a winner! Yes!
The judges will not accept, Lion.
Yes, they do. Yes, they will. They have to. Hey, here's $5,000 right there. Because you had the secret word. I've never quite met a contestant. And here we know it. Here's $5,000 for you and a wonderful family of yours. Yeah, and here's $5,000 for you because you said the word pass. Pass. You can't pass. Oh, there's $5,000.
See you next time on Everybody's a Winner.
It has been called the ultimate 4-on-the-floor machine, a classic in performance and style. Powerful, dependable, trustworthy. Introducing the Bassett 3000 SX. A hound like no other on the street, with features like a luxurious fur-lined exterior, refined, pendulous ears, the floppiest in their class. The body aerodynamically designed for the smoothest running possible. A low center of gravity that lets it hug the road tightly, with acceleration from 0 to 60 in a week. The Bassett 3000 SX comes equipped with a complete package of luxury features that are standard. Air conditioning, power seat, power brake pads, power wiper, all standard. So come in and test walk Pet Trend's Dog of the Year. The Bassett 3000 SX. The dog of tomorrow is here today.
Now from our MMC concert, here's Christina with Lindsay, TJ, Justin, Brittany, and Jennifer singing I Have Nothing. Woo!
'cause I never change. All my colors for you. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. It don't make me love one more. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms every day. Oh, Mr. Imagine you there. Don't walk away from me. I have nothing if I don't have you see through right to the heart of me. You break down my walls with the strength of your love. Oh, I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside me can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. Your love I remember forever. It don't make me long for one more love. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms every day. Or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. No, I have nothing if I don't have you. If I don't have you.
We've received quite a few letters from our club members at home about teenage suicide and depression and how it's affected their lives.
We all have our ups and downs, but true depression is more than just feeling down occasionally. It's an illness that needs special treatment. Because it affects over 10 million people every year in this country, and 1 out of every 25 teens, we'd like to devote today's Hall of Fame to learning more about this subject.
Today, our 3 honorees will share with us their firsthand knowledge and advice on the subject of depression and teenage suicide. So please help me in welcoming Aaron Briley, Melissa Montgomery, and Robert Bukowski.
First of all, I'd like to thank you guys for your courage for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. Melissa, can you first tell us what depression is like? I mean, what was it like for you?
Well, you have to remember that it isn't just a feeling. It's more of a sickness. And if it gets too far, it can kill you because it'll drive you to that point. It's like no one wants you. No one cares about you. At least that's how you feel. You don't want to be around anyone. You don't want to go on.
Aaron, how was it for you? What were you thinking and feeling during your times of depression?
Well, I was real lonely because my best friend that I'd had since I was 2 was doing drugs and alcohol. And it was like, you know, I'd lost her. A good friend of mine who's like a role model had just died. And then I just moved from this real big town to a real small town, big adjustment. So I was real lonely. And I didn't want to be around anybody because nobody understood me because, you know, we're on just totally different levels.
Robert, what was it like for you?
It was real depressing. Coming to realize with who I was, being gay, people constantly teasing me made me want to isolate myself and be alone, you know, feeling like I wasn't worth who I am.
Now, Robert, were you depressed because you were gay?
No, I started getting depressed when when I wasn't being accepted by other people and constantly teased. A lot of it's my mother. So I thought life wasn't worth living, and I constantly was isolating myself.
Now, all of you guys, was it a certain friend you went to, or did you go to a counseling group, something like that? How was it like for you, Robert?
I have a psychiatrist that I go to every Saturday, and I finally came out to him 2 years ago, and he's helped me through my depression and my feelings that I've gone through, and I'm still going through.
I really didn't. It wasn't like voluntary. I started ditching school. I didn't want to be there anymore. And at one point, the sheriff was called out because I wouldn't go to school. And I was that same day admitted into the hospital.
How common is suicide?
Thoughts of suicide are probably common amongst teenagers, but while attempts and actual successful suicides are not.
It's most common in people who have mental disorders and are addicted to drugs and alcohol. It's, they think about it more.
Do you guys believe that suicide, so to speak, is a way of just crying out for help?
I think some people actually don't want to kill themselves. They don't want to live, but they don't want to die. And it's just, sometimes they just say they're going to commit suicide because that's the most extreme thing you can say to get help, and they don't actually want to do it.
Also, suicide is more of a cop-out. People don't want to deal with the pain and the feelings that they're feeling, and so they just want to quit. They don't want to go on. They don't want to deal with it.
What kind of symptoms would I look for in someone who might be depressed?
Some of the symptoms are changing of eating and sleeping habits, a loss of energy, anxious or empty moods.
So it's difficulty concentrating, making decisions. You're real pessimistic about everything. You feel worthless, everything's hopeless. You feel guilty, like you let everybody down like a failure, and thinking about suicide a lot.
There's uncontrollable crying, people just being so sad that they cry and they cry and they cry, and it's hard to get them to stop. They have a hard time stopping themselves. There's irritability and anger. People will be really snappy, really touchy. If you say one thing to them, they'll jump right down your throat.
Right.
And if anyone ever has 4 or more of these symptoms at one time, and they last for longer than a period of 2 weeks, they seriously need to consider getting professional help.
Can depression be treated?
Yes, there are hotlines that you can call, or you can go to therapy, or you can call your local community hospital, and they'll be more than willing to help you.
Wow, now what if, say, you have a close friend and you start to recognize these symptoms? How should you go about handling it? I mean, you don't want to jump right into it, of course, but how would you deal with them?
I think you should open up, talk to them, let them know that you're there, that you're their friend. If they don't want to deal with it, I think that your next step would be to talk to their school counselor, see if their school counselor would come in on it and talk to them. And if they need you to, you can always say, I'll go with you, just for support.
For a friend, for support, always have someone there.
Because it gets to such a point where you're going to lose somebody you really care about, and you don't want that to happen.
Okay, well, we're going to go to Tony now, who has someone in the audience with a question.
Okay, what's your question?
Melissa, how did you change your attitude about yourself?
It took a lot. There was treatment, lots of treatment. I went through treatment 3 different times of being hospitalized. It kind of helps you to realize, through all the talking and all the work that you have to do, because it's not camp, it's not summer camp when you're going through this stuff. It's really not, it's hard work. And you realize things about yourself that you never really realized before.
Is it possible just to tell yourself to cheer up and will things get better?
There are some situations where you can say cheer up, but you won't really feel cheer up. You can say it and you can try to pretend to feel that way, but that isn't really how you feel.
Okay, I have another question here.
Why do some kids commit suicide?
It's a way out there. It's what's running through their mind at the time. Life's not worth it. It's not worth living and going through problems. And a lot of the times, it doesn't happen. They'll just say it.
And like I said earlier, sometimes it's just because they've cried for help so long and nobody's listened to them, so they just go ahead and do it, think nobody cares.
Erin, what do you do when you're feeling lonely now?
I normally call a friend and talk to her, or just do things that I enjoy, get my mind off of the fact that I feel lonely or something. You just really got to think about what makes you happy and what you won't feel so lonely.
What's each of your advice to someone who is feeling depressed?
Probably to first realize the fact that, they're feeling this way, because, you can't do anything unless you admit it. Getting help that makes them feel comfortable, being able to talk about it, and just, realizing what they want, how they want to feel and what they want to do.
You have to be willing to do it. People aren't going to change you. You have to change yourself. You have to go to get help, therapists, family, friends.
I think you should also go to someone to talk to that knows how you're feeling, because there are a lot of people out there who feel the same way you do.
Obviously, your experiences have been a rough road, but it's just amazing how you guys have overcome it, and I really appreciate your courage coming forth and teaching us all about it. And for that, we'd like to welcome you into our Hall of Fame.
Aaron, Robert, and Melissa, thank you so much for sharing your stories, and congratulations. If you or someone you know is doing something terrific, write to us at Hall of Fame, Mickey Mouse Club, Disney MGM Studios, P.O. Box 10200, Lake Buena Vista, Florida, 32830. And don't forget to include your name, address, and telephone number.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. MIC.
See you real soon.
Why? Because we like you.
Now it's time to see you later. Never gonna fade you though. You wanna leave you with a flavor. Nothing but friends in the club scene here. Through the years, double MC's giving up. Cheers, we're gonna make a move. The beat is all so smooth, so keep it up and keep it in the groove. To the music, move to the style. The house is packed, yo.
The Mickey Mouse Club is videotaped before a live audience at the Disney MGM Studios in Lake Buena Vista, Florida.